Dear students, a very good morning. So we were reading Act 5 and already Bassanio accompanied by Antonio and on the other side Nerissa and Portia. All these people, they have reached Belmont. With Bassanio there is another person except Antonio, there is Graciano. He is a fellow and the husband of Nerissa. We know what happened in the court. In the court, Shylock was defeated and Shylock was utterly defeated and all his property, it was confiscated. He was stripped of his religion. Shylock left the court with empty hands, while it was Antonio, Bassanio, and these Christian people in general, I should say, they had everything. They had the wing, they had money, which they got from the verdict that all of Shylock's property will be distributed between Antonio, the man against whom he was about to launch an attack, a lethal attack, and the other half is for Lorenzo, the person who fled, who eloped with his daughter, and it was Jessica who plundered almost everything Shylock could have saved in his lifetime. So here they have reached, and at the end of the courtroom scene, there was Portia and Nerissa. They begged the ring from their husbands, who were completely unaware, and of course I should say they did not intend to do so, but they had no other option but to do so. So they had to part with the ring which their wives gifted them, with the promise that this ring is going to be a part of their body, which will be buried with their mortal remains. Means this is the ring that will stay with them, how long they will stay alive on earth. So now they have failed to keep the promise. They have parted with the ring. The ring is with Portia and Nerissa, though these two people, Graciano and Bassanio, they are completely unaware of it, because they thought they had given it to a lawyer and his clerk. But they don't have the faintest idea that the lawyer and his clerk was actually their wives. So right now, when they have returned, this is the time when Portia and Nerissa are having the upper hand, and they are exercising that thing very well, very crucially, by making it more agreeable and entertaining comic scene in the whole drama, except that Gobbo episode. This is the most comical. Except the Gobbo episode, Lancelot and his father. That episode, this is the most comical and the most entertaining in the whole drama. And the soul of the drama, that was Act 4, the trial scene. It was the best trial scene in the whole of Shakespeare's drama. So, they have returned and they were told that you find the ring, you bring it to us, and only then will we allow you to exercise your bed right, because we are your wives. But this can only happen when you bring back that ring which we have given, and you vowed before us that you are not going to take part with the ring in your lifetime. We need the ring, and only then you can exercise your birthright. Bassanio, sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, to whom? To the lawyer. If you did know for whom I gave the ring, for whom? His dearest friend Antonio. You would conceive for what I gave the ring, then you would understand what is the reason I parted with the ring. And how unwillingly, and yes, I parted with the ring, but so unwillingly. That is true for Bassanio. He was not ready to part with it, unless it was Antonio who insisted. When not would be accepted but the ring, yes. There was no other thing that Portia and Nerissa was to receive from Bassanio. Bassanio was pleading them that please receive something from me. But it was utterly their stubbornness. I mean, they were so stubborn to have the ring that Bassanio had no other option but to part with the ring. He also offered the ducats which he brought to give it to Shylock to repay the debt Antonio has. But these two people, the lawyer and his clerk, they did not accept it. They were not ready to accept it. When not would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure. So if you had any idea of these things which I had told, and if you were present there, I believe, you would do the same thing which I did. And not only that, you would persist me to do the same thing which I did. Then only you would know why these two persons were so worthy of the thing which I had given them. Portia is now countering his reasons by saying that if you had known the virtue of the ring, the particular virtue of the ring was faith. What was the virtue? That is faith, the quality. Or half her worthiness that gave the ring. And the person who gave it to you, how much worthy that person is, if you had known at least half of his worthiness. Or you own honor to contain the ring, or if you wore the ring with honor, that this is something which I respect most. Means if you had at least a scintilla of respect for the ring within you, you would not then have parted with the ring. Yes. Means Bassanio did not know the particular virtue of the ring, that was faith. He did not know the worthiness of the person who gave it to him, that is Portia, how much worthy Portia is. Bassanio is completely unaware of it. And he is also unaware of his own self, that I, being a husband, I accepted it from my wife. And it is my duty to keep it with me. The vow which I made, the promise which I made, I have to maintain it. I have to keep it. But Bassanio was not such a man who will be stick to one thing. Because he is wanton, because he is prodigal. That is the reason these people are becoming prodigal. And this is their nature that made them, that pushed them into the trap set by the Jews. What man is there so much unreasonable, if you had pleased to have defended it? With any terms of zeal, wanted the modesty to urge the thing held as a ceremony. Did you do all this thing? It was a ceremonial ring. And what was your venture, what was your attempt to keep it with you? Just once asked you to have it and you have parted with it. You could have reasoned with that person that why you should keep the ring. Did you do it? Nerissa teaches me what to believe. Yes, I will die for, but what woman had the ring? If a woman is having the ring, if you have given it to a woman, in that case I am going to die. That is what Portia is telling. Bassanio, no, by my honor, madam, by my soul, no woman had it, but a civil doctor. Because Bassanio was completely unaware of the fact that actually the person whom he was giving the ring as a gift, as a souvenir, was actually his own wife. No woman had it, but a civil doctor, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me and beg the ring, the which I did deny him. Yes, we know Bassanio denied in the beginning, but it was not that Portia begged it, rather she mentioned it. And it was Antonio's persuasion that Bassanio sent Gratiano with the ring. Otherwise, by that time, Already Portia and Nerissa, they have left the court, and inside the court there was Graciano, Bassanio and Antonio left. So when they left the court, it was Antonio who insisted Bassanio that you should give the ring and forget the commandments of your wife, and he did so. I begged the ring, and begged the ring, the which I did deny him. The suffered him to go displeased away. Yes, it was done. Portia was denied the ring, and she left the court displeased. Even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. So I had to leave that person. I had to bid the person goodbye, being displeased, even though this person saved the very life of the man whom I love most next to the world. That was his friend Antonio. Oh, my dear friend, what should I say? Sweet lady, I was enforced to send it after him. I was enforced to send it after him because it was my friend's persuasion that I had to undo it. I had to take it off, give it to Graciano, and send it to Portia. I was beset with the shame and courtesy. Yes, it was the courtesy to give a person who has saved your life. It is a courtesy that you should give that person something, at least something. And he was enforced by Antonio. I was beset with shame and courtesy. My honor would not let ingratitude so much besmear it. Pardon me, good lady, for besmear means belittle. Belittle. For by these blessed candles of the night, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring of me to give the worthy doctor. That is what he is telling, that I am begging pardon, that I have done something that will belittle my reputation, my honor. By sharing the ring, I have belittled my honor. I have smeared, I have distorted, smudged my honor. But still, believe me, had you been there, I am sure you would have done the same thing which I had done. Rather, you would begged it from me to give it to the doctor. The way that a doctor of law, that person, lawyer, saved, argued, and won the case, and snatched the case from Shylock's court. When the whole case was in Shylock's court, Shylock was about to have the trophy. Right then, she or he, according to them, he snatched it. Then, if you had seen it, you would have done the same thing which I had done. Portia is telling, let not the doctor ever come near my house. That is a comical scene, comical dialogues also. Since he hath got the jewel that I loved, and that which you did swear to keep for me, I will become as liberal as you. Yes. The way you were liberal to bestow the ring upon anyone who demanded it, I will do the same thing for you. If any man comes near me, near my house, and begged anything from me, I will give it to him. I will become as liberal as you. I will not deny him anything I have. If that doctor again visits my palace and asks me something, then I will not deny that doctor whatever he asks. Remember it. No, not my body, nor my husband's bed. Again he is clarifying, no, it's not my body, not my reputation which I am going to offer to that doctor, which you had done. I will not the same thing. I am not you. Know him I shall. I am well sure of it. Lie not a night from home. Watch me like Argus. Argus, the mythical creature having thousands of eyes, and he was vigilant. So being Argus means you are vigilant. If you do not, if I be left alone now by mine honor, which is yet mine own, I'll have that doctor for my bedfellow. Yes. But if you do not do it, if you do not take care of me, if you do not be vigilant upon me, if you do not keep vigil, in that case, if the doctor comes and if you carelessly take the doctor, do not guard me, in that case, I might make that doctor my bedfellow. If you do not become possessive. This is the ring which I gave you. You should have been possessive. You should never have parted with it. And let the doctor come again in my palace. And if you are not possessive right then I won't hesitate to make the doctor my bedfellow. So we can understand what is going on with Bassanio. He is standing between Scylla and Charybdis. He has no other option but to face the music played by Portia. And before, the music was played by Antony. He insisted him to share the ring, and that's where he incurred all the wrath of Portia. But this wrath came so sweetly. It was no such harm. That is the way, and that is the reason we can call it a comedy. We know that the comic end is going to happen, and the whole thing has wrapped up. Few more dialogues are left, which I will read in our next class. After that, I will start revising the things. I will start asking you questions during the online class. And I think this is how we can make it more effective, especially for your exam point of view. So that's all for today, students. Done.